Hello everybody, my name is Tommy. I'm a mask and puppet maker. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite Pokemon, Piplup.
Welcome to Tommy's Puppet Lab. Enjoy the show.
Before we get started with this tutorial, I just want to cover some safety. Knives and scissors are very sharp and pointy, so please get an adult to help you. Always cut away from yourself, never towards yourself. And that includes your fingers. When using hot glue, always wear gloves to protect yourself from burns. Never touch the tip, so please be very careful with this. And I highly recommend adult supervision. Alright, let's start. Make the head by crumbling newspaper into a large ball. And this is what the head looks like. It should be nice and round. For the beak, I will be cutting a large styrofoam ball in half. Make the body by crumbling newspaper into an egg. Now add some details to the top here. You want to You're going to make two of these, and we're going to glue them onto the front here. Now we're going to add some detail to the back. And now we're going to add two little spikes at the back here. This will be the tail. This is the bib that goes around the back. So you need to make two little spikes and glue it at the back here. Now it is time to make the wings. These are the wings.
To make the feet, crumble newspaper into two flat eggs and make sure one end is straight.
This is what the feet should look like. Okay, so now it is time to start adding paper mache. So I'm going to show you how to make the glue solution. You will need white glue and you're going to need some water. You'll also need a container and a large paintbrush, whatever size works for you. You need to mix 1 part water and 1 part white glue. So what I mean by that is if you're going to use 1 cup of water, you will add 1 cup of white glue. 2 cups of water, 2 cups of white glue. That's what 1 part water and 1 part glue means. So I'm going to do that right now. So I got this little measuring cup here. So we're going to start off by adding 1 part water. So we're going to pour that into the container. And now we need to add 1 cup of white glue. I'm going to do that. Now you're going to mix your solution. You're going to keep mixing it until it is one smooth solution. Okay, so that should be good enough. So now we have our mixture. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to use this glue. Take the glue solution and brush it onto the newspaper. Use some tissue paper. I use toilet paper because it works really good and it's very cheap. Put the tissue on top and cover it in glue. Put another layer on top and put more glue on top of it. Keep doing this until you have 3 or 4 layers. Okay, so I'm going to detail the feet. I'm going to make more penguin-like feet. So I'm going to actually do this. And I'm going to cut that off. Do the same thing to the other foot. And you should have something that looks like this. So it looks a lot more penguin-like. Do the same thing to the other foot. Now I'm going to cover it in paper mache. And you should have something that looks like this. Looks a lot more realistic. To make the Pokemon stand on its own, we're going to take the feet. This is the bottom of the feet. And I'm going to take 2 cardboard cutouts of the feet. So I took a sheet of cardboard, I traced around it. Notice that it's the perfect fit. I just traced around it and I cut it out. So you're going to need 2 of these and we're going to glue them at the bottom of the feet. That way they'll be nice and flat and this Pokemon can stand on its own. And now I'm going to cover the bottoms with paper mache. Okay, so you're going to take the wing and you're just going to glue it at the end here. Just take this piece of cardboard and glue it on here so that we can attach them, and that will make the wings movable.
Do the same thing to the other wing.
To make the eyes, cut out 2 cardboard ovals, and we're just going to scrunch a little bit of tissue paper on top of it and we're going to cover it up. That way it will have some nice depth and it'll look like an actual eye. Going to do it to both of them. Should look something like that. Notice it's got a little bit of depth. Alright, see how the eye has some depth now? This is what they should look like. Okay, so now we are going to attach the beak and the eyes. So here's the top styrofoam cut off, and we're going to glue it right here. We're going to glue that right here, just in the center of the head. And you should have something that looks like this. Okay, and to attach the eyes, I'm actually just going to, I just made a small cut over here so that the eyes aren't so twisted. It won't look so derpy. I'm going to glue the eyes right here, and we're going to glue one on the other side. These are the eyes. Okay, so now the next thing that we need to do is we need to cut the back open and we need to remove all the newspaper. Alright, so I just cut the back open, so now we need to remove all the newspaper so that we can actually install the lower jaw so that this Pokemon can be a puppet. And because this paper is all covered in glue, it stays hard and it doesn't collapse. So yeah, this will work just fine. So what we need to do is we need to take a paint mixing stick. These things are completely free. And we'll need to take the lower jaw and we're going to glue this onto the lower jaw. Just like that. So just right at the bottom here, we need to cut an opening so that we can fit this in. Now you should have something that looks like a spoon. So yeah, that'll work. So we're going to cut an opening right now. Okay, so now you should be able to put this in. When you push down on the paint stick, your puppet should be able to talk. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to set this So I'm actually going to raise this up a little bit, and I'm going to cut an opening at the back here so that we can close this all the way. Okay, so now I have this closed. We should be able to still push down on the lever so we can make the Pokemon talk. So now I'm going to hot glue this shut, and I'm going to put paper mache and completely close it off again.
Now take a strip of cardboard and roll it and tape it together so it looks like a cardboard tube.
So you're just going to glue the rolled up cardboard tube and put it at the very bottom of the head. And I covered it in paper mache and I painted it black. So that way, when you put it through the hole, you can actually make the head move around. See, so you're going to glue the wings on like this. And this piece, you're going to put glue just on the end here. And you're going to attach them to each side, like I have right here. And that way, the wings can move just a little bit. Okay, so let's finish assembling this Pokemon. So I'm going to be gluing the feet onto the bottom of this puppet, like this. So I'm going to use hot glue, so just don't forget your gloves. And there you go. The feet are attached. The Pokemon can stand on its own. Okay, and we have these two dots right here. All you need to do is just take some cardboard circles here, and you're just going to glue them just right underneath here.
And cover it in paper mache.
All that's left is to attach the head. So, what we need to do is we need to make a hole on the top here, and we're going to slide this in, and this bird is ready to be painted. And now the head can move just like that. I think we can start painting our little blue penguin. Okay, let's start painting. So we're definitely going to need a darker blue and a light blue. And we'll need some yellow. And we are also going to need some white. And I don't believe black will be in this one, so I think all our colors are right here. So let's begin. I'm going to give this Pokemon a bow tie, just because of reasons. So you'll need two cutouts, they look like butterfly wings, a circle, and two rectangular strips with the ends rounded off like that. Glue this on. And we're going to glue that on right underneath. And then I'm going to cover it in paper mache. Put this in. Now I'm going to glue a piece of cardboard just at the back here so that this thing does not slide out. So I'm going to glue this tiny strip here, just like that. And this thing will not slide out. And there you go. I absolutely love how this turned out. This is great. Oh, he's perfect. One final touch. This is optional, but I'm going to put it on him anyway. Isn't that precious? You know, I honestly believe that this Pokemon just needs a bow tie. This is actually my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon partner for eternity. Just like that, and the head should move around. You just push down on it, and you can make the puppet talk. The tail makes a really good handle right here. Look at that. It's just so lightweight. Great, great puppet. Also, you'll notice that this Pokemon is wearing a badge. If you want to learn how to make one, I have a tutorial on how to do that. Please click on the link in the description below to learn how to make this. Or you can take it off and just leave it with the bow tie. He looks really cute with just a bow tie. And there you have it. You now know how to make Piplup, one of my favorite Pokemon. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.